We are escaping nuclear fallout with an off-brand SSN. This is the ferry to Vinoville town, which should be where we find the 4th gym. There should be at least a handful of trainers to battle on this cruise ship. Going to take this experience share off of our Magikarp because we already have a Gyarados, and I want to funnel as much experience as possible onto Ted to see what Dunsparce evolves into. I used to be an adventurer like you until I took an arrow to the— oh, she's giving us double team. Alright, that's nice. Band move TMs are always welcomed. I don't know that I'll actually use it though. Theo seems like he's having a lot of big feelings about having potentially lost his father in a power plant meltdown. Understandable. We're gonna come back to him later just because I feel like battling him will progress the story and I want to see the rest of the ship. Am I about to get ambushed or— oh, okay, these are optional fights. That low kick actually did a lot less damage than I was expecting it to. I'm a little worried about the karate chop crit chance here, but we're gonna roll with it. Go for a glare. I should continue being worried about that crit chance. It would knock me out in one shot. Is he complaining about a child trying to keep their own spirits up? Sunny Day in a Pokemon's Learn set is kind of concerning because that's usually a combo move. I mean, yes, it does just boost Fire-type potential, but the NPC in this game hasn't really acted too irrationally thus far, which leads me to believe this bird is either about to hit me with a Solar Beam or a Fire Blast. And yet, instead it used Air Cutter and Flame Burst. Guess we won't find out what the last move is. Ted, already at level 33 though, most excellent. Okay, maybe the black belt's right, and she is a little too cheerful for the situation. Is this room also— this room is not also optional. Consistency among trainers on the same cruise ship? Who needs it? A second rock polish when you're already paralyzed might be the silliest thing I've seen the AI do. I was hoping you would heal me, but I'll take a quick claw. That could have been an Arbok with Intimidate into the Torafang, and then I would have had to switch and divide up my XP, but this works. That said, at half damage, that dig did about a third of his health, so if I switch over to one of the Chipmunks, and I get rid of the debuff, another dig should KO. And unfortunately, I don't have a heal because that nurse didn't heal me, and I don't want to waste items on restoring power points. Close, but not quite, although if I didn't swap out, it definitely wouldn't have KO'd. level 34 and double edge, that is huge. It's takedown, but objectively better in every way, except the amount of uses it has, and the amount of damage you do to yourself. Better, I say. I take it that the absolute last room that I check is my own room where I could actually heal? Yeah, because of course it is. Alright, let's grab Brian. I want more chances for Candy. Southwards of the ship, there's some sort of corridor to check out before I head over to Theo to fight him. Oh, they went hard with the SSN jokes. He didn't have anything for us, though. That's okay. You say you don't care. Well, Aviden's not too tanky. So far, so good. That dig didn't do too much and he just boosted his defense. We're gonna swap over to Jonathan and just burn him. Hey, just remember, he's the one who wanted to fight. Well, here we are on Route 8. Ooh, a miracle seed for whenever I add a grass type to my party. Looks like some place to heal and swap our Pokemon around. Oh, cool. The good rod. I guess we can unregister the old rod. Well, we've got a Mareep here, which I suppose means that we didn't need to buy a Mareep over at that shady park. Cornberries? In my wheat fields? It's more likely than you may think. Get your free PC check today. Alright, well that's gonna be Ted at level 35. I know that it's partially that we have 10 levels on this bird, but Double Edge? Game changer. TM Dig. Now I guess I could swap Dig off of Dunsparce without having to worry about it. I could always put it back on. I want one. I don't know where to get it, but I want one. Cottony? That means I could get Whimsicott. Glare might make it easier to catch. How about Fluff? Ted at level 36, gotta be evolving soon, I would hope. While I don't know it yet, we are approaching Doom! You see how this is just a frozen menu screen? I am ashamed to say that at this point, I didn't notice that open broadcast software had glitched. I lost over 20 minutes of footage, which in the grand scheme of things, could have been worse. So, get ready for story time. And yes, OBS actually did record just this single frame and then the audio. And here's Toothless to keep you company for the breakdown. I lose the rest of Route 8 up through when I get to the gatehouse before I realize what's happened, and I've already saved, and I lose the ability to go back to an earlier backup and re-record what I've done. So to keep this as brief as possible, we found a berry patch with lumberries, which are full heals but as held items. We fought a couple of trainers along the route, and we came across a farmhouse where we met a woman named Ripley. Ripley, believe it or not, thinks that the farm is being attacked by aliens. And if you come back to help her in the evening, which is when we were playing anyway, you will in fact discover aliens along the path. Tiny UFOs patrolling that impede your progress. Basically a trainer line of sight that if they see you, they send you back to the start of their little maze where they're all patrolling. Something like the Hyrule Castle maze with the guards, or Sorceress Garden, or a Metal Gear Solid stealth minigame built into a Pokemon game. That said, it's not too difficult because if one of these UFOs catches you, they no longer actively patrol, they just sit in one spot, making them easier to avoid the next time. When you do finally manage to navigate through the entirety of the Wheatfield maze, you bump into a much larger UFO, and this UFO is a mini-boss battle. From what I can tell, it's a steel and likely psychic type, and it does not let you catch it, and it nearly wiped out my party because it was just Ted and Jonathan. Ted couldn't do anything because it had levitate and normal type attacks weren't doing much and it kept using iron defense. And Jonathan nearly got KO'd. After the mini-boss is defeated, a scientist sprite character appears. We discover his name is Sheldon and that he's bored living in this farm town. We discover that the local population are highly religious. Sheldon, being a scientific type, doesn't really feel like dealing with tradition and religion, and I feel like this is all just a Big Bang Theory joke. We also discover that the reason that this capable scientist trainer isn't leaving is because he feels he owes something to the community and also is their gym leader. He runs back to town, where presumably we'll be fighting him shortly, and Ripley rewards us for our troubles. She gives us one of the baby forms of the UFO, an S-51 alluding to Area 51. The mini-boss was S-52A, and I make my way over to the guardhouse, which isn't too much further along. We're at the end of the route already when we're at Ripley's. In the guardhouse, I save and pause things, and that's when I realize, oh, OBS hadn't recorded anything. Real talk though, losing that clip was upsetting. But stuff like this is gonna happen and I need to learn to get over it. Still sucked though. I think that pretty much brings us back to where we are here. We are going to refer to this segment as the Ripley Recap. This gate guard cues us in that the town is going to be highly religious. After that Intimidate, it's fully possible that Ted can still one-hit KO the Arbok, but I decide to split the experience over to Jonathan anyway, as we are approaching what I assume is going to be the Steel-type gym. Ah yes, during the missing segments of footage, Ted also learned Coil, which will boost his attack and accuracy. Alright, we've got TM9, Bullet Seed. This right here is Ripley's house. Ooh, that Sheldon sure is a wily one. As I enter the town, I immediately wonder, is this a cult? So far, signs are pointing to yes. Pretty sure this is the third inhabitant who's voicing a desire to leave. This man with the intel on the Pokemon Sheep, Mareep are docile, Bastion are aggressive. Fourth person talking about trying to get out. Fifth person that doesn't want to be here. Apparently Sheldon's the only one in town with good internet. Going to store some of the items from pickup just before they overflow in inventory. It was good till it got preachy. Pseudo-Amish vibes? Is that why Sheldon's the outcast here? Ooh, free berry. Is that a different deity? Ooh, a piece of candy. Oh, another free berry. The Sleep Talk TM, I pretty much never use this move. Huh, still more free berries. Yeah, he's gotta be the Steel-type leader. This seems to be their house of worship. Well, it appears we have some literature before us. I wonder if all of the Pokemon mentioned are actually catchable. Beta Tau. Some sort of fish? Maybe an angler? Be a little weird when we already have Chinchou and Lantern. Okay, Lanthan, a brother to Heatran, and apparently children of Groudon. Their other brother, Actan. Seems that he's the lord of the radioactive. Aodius and Moodius, or Mutoi? Capable of Pokemon or human form. Most likely we won't be able to catch those then. Reject Osseous. Embrace perfect balance, as all things should be. I don't really have an issue with those commandments. It seems perfectly reasonable to me. Ooh, a piece of candy! Alright, next stop to our PC to rearrange our Pokemon, and then off to the gym. Sauce is the baby UFO that Ripley gave us. It's an S-51. That's just the baby, though. Sheldon had the Star Destroyer. Gym Guy never fails to confirm your suspicions. Steel types and technology. Temporarily lit up light bridge? If it's invisible, that's fine. We're gonna jump down to the bottom regardless. Would prefer to clear out the additional optional trainers if they're there for any extra XP I can get. Wasn't sure if it would have a hidden ability other than levitate. Well, after an iron defense, we're definitely doing no damage, so we're gonna switch over to Jonathan and use Ember. That actually did more damage than I expected. Braylip is not a steel type. Ted should be able to take it out, no problem. That is Ted at level 39. No, I wouldn't say it's confusing. I just came down here to train off of you. Actually, quite a lot. Gotta keep yourselves on the bleeding edge of technology. This guy plays the Zelda theme. The singularity. Oh, bother. Going to give Ted the experience share and Jonathan the amulet coin. Maximize experience on Ted, and also if Jonathan subs in, when he subs in because it's steel types, additional money. Ted at level 40 is trying to learn Endure. I don't think I'm going to use Endure. Wobble gets bigger. Jonathan at level 36 and finally learning Flamethrower. That's an upgrade over Ember. Gotta be the evolved form of Kamite. Wasn't Tracted one of the rewards at the game corner? Is that a metal dragon? Pixel. What is this guy's issue?
As long as you're not a moron.
Who has a conversation like that? There's not a lot left to do in this town, so I guess we're kind of just on to the next one at this point. Maybe back over the ferry, but that would be back towards radiation. Oh, hello, plot. His name's Theo, and only I get to bully him. Is he looking for another fight? Yeah, sounds like it. Okay, we're gonna go back to heal. I suppose it's time to go kick Theo's butt again. At least we have a flamethrower now. Tune in again if you want to see what Ted grows up into.